right, Frontal Blessings, we are back with another video. All right, a couple quick announcements. Well, first and foremost, shout out to everybody that participated yesterday in the Black Magic Essentials 101 workshop and seminar. Class went very well. Good feedback from all those that attended. I will get you guys the copy. I didn't forget, if you're watching this video. I will get you guys a copy of that, those that participated in it. Due to the fact we couldn't finish everything, I had a itinerary that I thought, I'm just telling you how it is, and I was telling everybody in the class yesterday, I had an agenda and itinerary I thought I could finish in 4 hours, and I couldn't even get to everything in 4 hours. So due to that, I had asked everybody, it looks like we're going to do a couple of these. We're going to do another one. And can kind of a continuation or continue where we left off due to the fact that I could not get to all the material. So we did discuss what magic is. We got a thorough understanding of how it works. We went into different aspects of magic, breaking down the various levels and degrees of it. We didn't get into setting up altars, ritual work, certain practices, establishing relationship with deity. But we're going to get into all that stuff. So there's going to be a second Black Magic Essentials 101. Haven't set a date for it. Got to look on the calendar. I'm probably looking to maybe do it late next month. Because then October we have the conference. It's just too much going on. But we're going to do another Black Magic Essentials 101. We'll call it Class 2. Because obviously it's going to take a little longer to cover everything I wanted to cover. This might take 2 or 3 classes. I don't know. But it was a very good class. And again, shout out to everybody who participated. And looking forward to seeing you guys again in the second class. And just so everybody knows, class is a little different. It's interactive. Got to participate. Got to, at least, if you don't have your camera on, you got to have your mic on. Because I am going to go to each and every one of you like we did in this. So it's a great class. So hopefully, in the next one, and it's open to all. Patreon members get a little bit of a discount, and it's open to all. Can sign up for the class. Okay, so I'll put a date out for the next one. I'm kind of teeter-tottering right now. All right. Also, if you're interested in a spiritual reading or a spiritual consultation, I offer various different readings and consultations. Various different readings: Santa Muerte readings, Egyptian oracle readings, shadow work readings, deity readings, telepathic demonic readings, or maybe you're just interested in a consultation. Any of the aforementioned, shoot me an email, khnum19@gmail.com. Please include in that email your full weekly availability and the day and the time zone that you are in. All right, 7th Annual Journey of the Black Adept Conference. You can sign up for that now. A couple of you have already signed up. That's going to take place October 31st to November 3rd, right here in Hollywood, Florida. 4-day event. Halloween party meet and greet on Thursday, the 31st. On the 1st and 2nd, classes and workshops during the day, and a group ritual on both nights, followed by a group dinner. And then Sunday, I close it out with a question and answer session, noon to 4. It's a lot of fun if you can come in person. It's a great time. This is our 7th straight year doing it. You can also attend virtually. Shoot me an email, specify what you want information on to attend live or virtually, and I will send you an email on how to sign up and register for the conference. Also, don't forget to check out all the social media platforms. Primordial Chaos 9 on Instagram, all one word. Primordial Chaos, 2 words, on Facebook. Primordial Chaos, I always get this confused. PrimordialChaos.com 3, I think it is. On TikTok, just Primordial Chaos, you'll find it. I got to get that straight. That's how you keep up to the latest updates, classes, latest happenings. And if you want to sign up for classes, the way to sign up for classes, go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti. That's patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti, tier 3. That's the tier you want to join. That's going to give you access to the 3 private classes I do every month on Patreon, including the group ritual we do together at the end of the month. Keep in mind, when you join, you do not just get access to the day you join moving forward. You get access to everything in the archives going back almost 5 years. You get access to all that group ritual work. You get the group ritual work, the class ritual work, and you get access to all those resources. So if you want to take your path to self-mastery to that next level, check it out, patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti. And you can go right to that page, go to the collection section. You can see all the ongoing classes going on right now. And don't forget to check out the Primordial Chaos podcast, available on Spotify and all major podcast platforms. The direct link to the podcast, a contact email address, all the social media pages, and a direct link to the Primordial Chaos Patreon page to sign up for classes. All of that is in the description box of this video you are watching right now. Okay? So, topic that comes up, this kind of came up in yesterday's class. We were talking about a bunch of different things in regards to work and magic. So I just want to focus on a key principle of what magic is. Because I've talked about this before, but I think it's such a concrete explanation and really drills home what magic is. What is magic? Magic is the science of understanding oneself and one's conditions. That to me, and I take that straight out of the book, Wrathful Chaos, the 5 books of Satanic Philosophy, which is a great book, which some of you who've been in the classes have it. It's not available on hard copy no more. You can get a PDF of it. You have to search. And just be careful when you go on Scribd. There's a PDF of it on Scribd, but it's not the entire book. I believe I have to look in my email. Somebody sent me, I believe it was on Etsy. Somebody was selling a full PDF version of it for cheap on Etsy. It does exist in PDF. You're not going to find it hard copy. I'd even tried to track down the author because I would have loved to have the author come on my YouTube channel, but the email address, no luck in getting any response. So magic is the science of understanding one's self and one's conditions. A beautiful definition to explain not only to yourself, but when others ask, why are you on this? Why do you do this occult stuff, this left-hand path stuff? Isn't this all satanic and evil and it's this, that, and the other? No. Let me make it clear, like I said in the Black Magic Essentials 101 class. I want to make this clear and put a disclaimer out there. I am not coming from a perspective, because when people hear the occult and the left-hand path, or they hear terms such as Satan and Lucifer, they automatically think of the satanic panic vibe of the 80s, okay? I'm not teaching from a perspective of the Church of Satan or any of that 80s satanic panic vibe nonsense. That's not what real occult left-hand path is about. Now, I will say this in defense of the Church of Satan. They have evolved in their thinking. You got to remember, when you go back to the original Church of Satan, which was founded by Anton LaVey, understand the time when that emerged on the scene in 1966. Understand also when the Satanic Bible was put into practice, it was addressing specific things going on at that time, especially Catholicism / Christianity. As we know, a lot of the ritual work in the Satanic Bible, a lot of it is psychodramas. Now, I've said before in the past, there's timeless pieces of information in there, like in the book of Belial, the satanic ingredients to black magic. That stuff can be applied across the board, and it's timeless, meaning it adapts. It can adapt and change with the times. Okay? But I'm not coming from that perspective, because that's unfortunately the ignorant think when they hear cult, left-hand path, etc. They think everybody that's on the path of the occult or the left-hand path automatically is a Satanist or Church of Satan type of Satanist. And even that, what people think a modern-day Satanist is not really what you would even consider it to be. Why? Because when you hear those words, it triggers religion in your mind. Whether you're religious or not, whether you're a Christian, Muslim, or Jew or not, you go to a Christian, Muslim, Jew judgmental mentality because you don't understand it. And I know it's not a popular path amongst what we would say melanated people or people of color from different backgrounds or of a melanated ancestry, be that Latino, Asian, Black, because that's all who make up people of color or melanated people. So it's not a mainstream path. So I know a lot of people on the DL, because a lot of Blacks, Latinos on the DL about it, because it's not embraced mainstream. Though I know times are changing, it depends on the circles you walk in. It's the only path I see in a lot of these conscious so-called platforms and communities they won't touch with a 10-foot pole. And I explain the reasons for that. One, they have no knowledge of this path. Two, they can't explain half of the shit on it. And three, they're scared shitless to even try to touch it. Okay? Because it's not the end thing. But what it really is that definition. It is the science of understanding oneself and one's conditions. It is the reason and the explanation of why we practice magic. Okay? Why we perfect our craft, as we say. Right? The science to understanding yourself and your conditions really is the solution to your problems. And this is why people don't really want to embrace this path, because it's easier to put it all on something external outside of yourself. It's easy just to be a Christian, or it's easy to belong to some spiritual path where there's an external supreme being who I am inferior to outside of myself, that if I just am loyal and worship and pray and do all the things that the religion requires me to do, I'll get rewarded when I transition home. Okay? Now, you know what's fucked up about that? And I want to pose this question, and I was even thinking of doing a small video on this. What if none of that afterlife shit you've been pumped with as a small child, what if none of it was real? What if it was all an illusion? What if when the lights went out and that was it, your time was up, that was it? What if? Just saying. What if this pie in the sky doesn't even exist? Now, I know you can flip the script and turn around and go, well, Baniti, what if the stuff that you're saying at the end doesn't justify the means and isn't true? Well, all you got to do is compare information. And I think you'd be hard to disagree that what I'm telling you is a little more, what I'm telling you or explaining to you is more grounded in the facts and the truth than hoping for some pie in the sky, because I'm not teaching you to wait for no pie in the sky, something later in the hereafter. I'm teaching you about the now, the present moment. I'm teaching you how you start at this very moment. I'm also teaching you that don't wait for anything or anybody, because one, nothing's coming for you to help you or save you. So it's really easy to compare and come to that conclusion. But back to my point. What if you spent your whole life on that particular concept and you come to the realization that it's not true? This is why I've explained many times before. When you, through shadow work, through that very popular Hermetic saying, know thyself and thou shalt know the gods, it all starts with yourself. Okay? Why we're on the occult and the left-hand path is that explanation of what magic is, because it's the science of understanding ourselves. Because when you understand yourself and how to connect with everything in the universe, the universes, the multiverses, and everything in existence, you understand your connection to nature and its relationship to you, the micro and the macrocosm, all of those things. Because when one has a deeper science of understanding themselves, it's going to make your magic and your spiritual work 10 times more potent and powerful. That's simple. Okay? Because we have come to the realization we cannot sit around and wait for anything or anybody to do anything for us. And as I said before, look, yes, that's great. Doesn't mean through the course of your life you're not going to have some opportunities and doors open for you. If you get that help and assistance, yes, you take advantage of it. You kick those doors down. You go in there and you put in the work, and you take as much and get as much from that as you possibly can. But through the course of your life, the reality is if you don't make shit happen for yourself, nothing is going to happen. Okay? Nothing. So we're not on the occult or the left-hand path for a lot of that Hollywood shit you see on TV, the movies, the internet. Okay? This is where a lot of there's a bunch of misconceptions about the path. Okay? A bunch of misconceptions. Okay? Because sometimes people base the occult and left-hand path on shit they see in movies and TV. And it creates these negative stereotypes that become completely ridiculous and comical. Okay? Now, I don't know why I wouldn't even be able to comprehend why somebody wouldn't want to understand themselves, right? But the other key point to that statement is understanding one's surroundings. So let's talk real quick for a few moments about what does that mean? What does it mean understanding one's surroundings? Okay? It means understanding fully the situation that you are currently in the current moment in your life. It's understanding all the things around you that might affect that situation. It's understanding, are you clear on the choices and the decisions you've made that might have created that environment and surroundings? Because how you exercise your will through the choices and the decisions you make, that plays a large role. And really, this is in perfect alignment with what understanding the shadow or the true hidden self means. Okay? Because by analyzing these things and getting a thorough understanding of these things is going to help you on a multitude of levels in the long run. Okay? Most people don't have this mindset or approach to what magic is. And it makes perfect sense because, remember, ritual is for the sole purpose for transformation and change. You are creating a ritual or doing a ritual for the simple fact because in that ritual, regardless of what particular intent the ritual is for, there is some aspect and forms of transformation and change in that ritual. Because any ritual is for that purpose. Okay? So when we look at these things, there's a few things we must ask ourselves in our mind, quietly to ourselves. Do you really have a full grasp and understanding on what magic is, minus all the spooky shit? Be real with yourself. What is your mindset and your approach in regards to how you perceive magic and what it is? Because I find out, depending on who you talk to and who you run into, that definition can vary greatly. Okay? And yes, I understand through perception, people are going to have different perceptions of what magic is. But I also think a lot of it, that perception is based on the experience factor and where they are at in the journey. Because, look, I want to make it clear. Occult or left-hand path, black magic is not in any shape, form, or fashion have anything to do with any type of religious mindset or dogma or spookism. Okay? It's centered around the magician or the adept being the individual, he or she, to manifest things and make things happen, which would be a very simplistic term of transitioning the statement of magic the science of understanding oneself, and then putting it into action, that would be where the individual magician or adept comes into play. He or she is the one that activates the energy that needs to be put into practice, or the work that needs to be done to manifest the desire or the will for a specific outcome, right? Now it goes deeper than that. And again, what's sparking this short video, we go in depth in this, in this first Black Magic Essentials 101 class, okay? Which I think I will also make for sale. That's what I'll do. I'll make it available for the same price to attend for those that couldn't attend. So I think I'll do that. Just that thought just popped in my head. I would really encourage you, before I finish, because I'm about to wrap this up, I would really encourage you, if you really are serious about not being an armchair magician, like I was telling them in the class yesterday. We have a saying in sports, right? I'm a big sports fan. So like with football, we're all experts sitting on the couch, right? Right? We're all experts at, man, should have did this, should have done that, when you're watching football especially. And we're all guilty of it. So we call that being an armchair quarterback. It's like, it's one thing to be sitting down watching the game, but it's another thing to get up and get into the game. So you don't want to be an armchair magician where you're just sitting down, watching, reading books, commenting. If you want to be an actual magician and you want to actually work your craft, you want to understand ritual work, how to practice magic effectively and get results, then Black Magic Essentials 101. This might turn into something bigger than I thought. It was just an idea I had, but it's a very good vibe in the class yesterday. Great response from the people that attended, and everybody's on board for a second one. I will post. If somebody wants to purchase the class, I will post. And I will make those classes available for purchase only, because they're non-Patreon events that is open to everybody. And we'll build further on that. But again, so I leave you again with that definition. Magic is the science of understanding one's self and surroundings. Can't put it any more. Can't put it in any more simplistic terms. That's my definition. When somebody asks me, what is magic? How would you describe magic? Boom. There it is. Okay? I love it because it takes the spookism and the nonsense and all the stereotypes and negativity that people have affiliated with the occult and the left-hand path, and how magic plays a part in that system. All right? So again, I would encourage you, when I do set the date for the next Black Magic Essentials 101, get in that class. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. I will put these available to purchase for the public when I do these one-day workshop seminars. I will make this available for those that want to purchase it. Work on that today at some point, figure out how to do that. Other than that, again, you know where to reach out to me if you want to reach out to me for a reading or a consultation. The link is in the description box, my email address. Don't forget to check out the social media pages, Primordial Chaos Podcast, classes, the links for all of those things, the podcast, my contact email address, social media pages, the direct link to the Primordial Chaos Patreon page to sign up for classes. All of those links are in the description box of this video you're watching right now. Other than that, I will plan on this week at some point try to get a live in, maybe in the middle of the week, maybe possibly Wednesday night. Haven't been live in a few weeks, so definitely plan on getting back on doing live on YouTube, and I'll keep posting these videos. All right, I appreciate everybody's support here on YouTube, all the social media platforms. I always like to say that when I can, and I definitely appreciate the Primordial Chaos Patreon family. We've grown, we've become big. Some of you guys been there since day one. Some of you guys been on this YouTube page with me since day one. You've been rolling with me for years, and I appreciate the support. I look forward to seeing some of you at the 7th annual Journey of the Black Adept Conference coming up soon. It's that time of the year. Let's get it in. Infernal blessings, and we'll talk soon.